Hotel room. This is from the movie when there was this giant costume party that everyone attended, and he felt left out, and that's why he went on a... That looks a lot different in the Warzone menu. But as you can see, when you are driving in vehicles with this skin, the ear... Look at that, just electricity. You're just firing upon the zombies. All right, the hands look cool. Not gonna lie, the furry hands are kind of a little... Yeah, this is what I mean by a stat changing weapon. When you spawn in with this, you are going to be dealing additional elemental damage to zombies that are weak to that element mod. All right, and welcome back, guys. We have now got our second limited time bundle during the haunting event. And yes, this is another stat changing bundle in zombies. And this time it's actually coming with unique weapons that we really haven't seen stat changing versions for before. And during this event, we still got 3 or 4 more really cool bundles coming. We're at the Maxis one. We got the Reactive Mastercraft AK. We've got the Disciple bundle. So I don't know when they're going to be launching all those, but a ton of stuff coming down the drain. But today we're reviewing the Tracer Pack Donnie Darko limited time bundle that counts down until the end of the world has begun with the Tracer Pack Donnie Darko bundle. Note, this bundle features blueprints with purple electric tracer fire, electric dismemberment, and electric element damage in the zombies mode. And to be honest, a little disappointed that it's not its own skin. This is actually going to be for Barker. So no, he's not going to have unique character lines or anything like that since it's already an existing operator. He's not his own operator. And on top of that, if we're going to be honest, I've never watched this movie before. So just pretend like I know what I'm talking about here, but I don't get any of these references. So we're just going to make it up as we go. Frank the Rabbit, 28 days, 6 hours, 42 minutes, 12 seconds. That is when the world will end with a Baker's Frank the Rabbit skin. And yeah, so I'm just going to assume this is a movie about the world ending and it's a killer rabbit. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I've watched the movie before. The next thing we get is the costume party. Hotel room. This is from the movie when there was this giant costume party that everyone attended, and he felt left out, and that's why he went on a murderous rampage. Exactly what happened there. Why are you wearing that stupid man suit? It doesn't look like a man suit. To me, that looks like a rabbit suit, not a man suit. But yeah, so this is for the C58, and this is, I think, the first stat-changing version we have for the C58. And honestly, the purple electric tracer fire sounds pretty cool. The skin itself looks cool, but I don't think it's going to look that cool with camos. Then we've got one right here for the OTS-9. This is the best SMG right now in zombies, and this is going to be a stat-changing OTS-9. I'm glad they're finally giving us some blueprints for DLC weapons. Every single weapon in this pack is a DLC weapon, so that's pretty sick here. This looks cool. Probably not going to look that cool when Pack-a-Punch and stuff. We'll test it out. We'll give it a try, see what it looks like. Then we've got the wake-up call for the Swiss. Once again, the very first time we are getting a stat changing Swiss, and the Swiss is the best sniper in zombies in my opinion. So I'm glad we're actually getting, you know, some blueprints that look cool for that. This looks fantastic, but I feel like once you pack a punch it, you're going to lose a lot of the cool stuff there. Once again, stat changing, all that cool stuff. Then we've got the jet engine, and this is from the part of the movie when they were on a plane. Then we've got the time lapse watch. It's cool, but I'm never going to use it. We've got the sky is falling finishing move. Oh, so that's the jet engine here. Okay, so this is the part of the movie when the rabbit brings down the plane and has it land on the dude. That's exactly what's going on here. As you can see, he's got a force field. Yep. Yeah, that's exactly what's going on. I wonder how this is going to look when the guy's laying down. Keep in mind, in Cold War, every single finishing move has 2 different variations. A variation when they're standing up or crouching or laying down. So we'll try both of those out. Then we've got the Quiet Frank emblem and the projected vision calling card. Looks kind of sick, but they're not animated. And then we have got the double XP token, which is fantastic. Cannot wait to buy this bundle to get that. With that, we're going to go ahead and buy it. Every time I make one of these videos, people ask me if I have a creator code. I personally don't, but we're going to go ahead and enter one anyway. In this video, we're going to be using code Prestige, and on screen right now, there's going to be a bunch of other creators. That way, if you go ahead, buy this bundle, use one of those codes. That way, those creators get a small kickback. And with that, let's go ahead and add, what is this? The 6th limited time bundle that's been released in Cold War now. All right, now here we are loaded in game with the C58. And yeah, this tracer fire is sick. It's got the blue electric. And if you shoot the zombies, it's got the dismemberment. And honestly, I really like this here. And as you can see at the bottom left, it has a dead wire ammo mod on it. This is what I mean by a stat changing weapon. When you spawn in with this, you are going to be dealing additional elemental damage to zombies that are weak to that element mod. So if you spawn on D Machina, you will do more damage to the Megaton before you pack a punch when you use this gun. Honestly, electric one isn't super helpful. I think the brain rot one's the best because it definitely helps you out on Forsaken. This is only really going to give you an advantage when you're killing Megatons before you Pack-a-Punch. That's the only thing that's really going to change with this stat changing weapon. So unless you're playing a lot of D Machina and want to be able to kill that first couple Megatons a little bit easier, or maybe doing the Easter egg or something like that, not going to be the most game changing stat changing weapon. But the blueprint itself looks fantastic. That big rabbit face on it, the blues and stuff, it's probably going to look better and a little bit better of a lighting setting. And then we've got the charm. Let's go ahead, check out the charm. Yeah, it's a jet engine. Honestly, one of the weaker charms we've seen. Let's look at the hands. All right, the hands look cool. Not gonna lie, the furry hands are kind of a little, yeah, but it doesn't compete with the skull. I mean, okay, it's kind of cool. But I definitely prefer the new skull operator we have. That one's just better in my opinion. So let me go ahead, Pack-a-Punch this. And one thing I'm just now realizing is that all three of these are DLC weapons. And I don't think we can get... I think we can get the Swiss out of the box, but it's just going to be easier for us to start over, especially during the Halloween event. But while I'm currently waiting for a Pack-a-Punch drop, if you're new here and want to sub, I would greatly appreciate that. And on top of that, I got to give a massive thanks. Everyone's going to like, comment, and watch this video in its entirety. Those three things help me and my channel out greatly, and it's the only reason we'd be able to grow near as much as what we have. Oh yeah, one thing we forgot. Before we forget again, let's go ahead and check the watch. Honestly, I kind of like the watch more than I thought I would. The wake up, kind of cool there. Once again, never watched the movie, don't really get the reference there, but I mean, it glows. Kind of cool, just probably not the best. Then we've got the emblem and calling card. And I mean, for a $20 bundle, they probably should have made it animated. It is cool if you like the movie, but then at the same time, it's also kind of boring because it's very bland. No moving, nothing like that. Whereas usually they have moving stuff, especially for, you know, a $20 bundle emblem and calling card. Oh, there we go. There's a Pack-a-Punch drop. So right here is the C58 when Pack-a-Punched. And yeah, not gonna lie, this pretty much looks like the C58 when Pack-a-Punch. There's no difference for this variant. Okay, here we are with the OTS-9, and yeah, that OTS-9 is probably one of the single best looking OTS-9s in the game. There is actually a reactive OTS-9 that I have, but I honestly don't like the reactive one that much. I prefer this over the reactive one, but let's see if any of this stuff stays on it when we Pack-a-Punch it, and this is going to be so much easier than the C58. This is actually one of the better weapons in the game, whereas the C58 is one of the worst weapons in the game. Yeah, and here's the Pack-a-Punch version. Pretty much looks the exact same. One thing I've noticed while using this, the faster the weapon shoots, the more you get to notice the tracers and the shooting effect. Look at that. Look at that, just electricity. You're just firing upon the zombies. It definitely looks better on this weapon than it did on the C58. You know, and finally, we have the Swiss. And yeah, this Swiss looks actually sick. Look at that. Pretty much covers the entire weapon. Got the bunny there right on the front. Even when you scope in, you get to see that purple. I think this is going to look really good once we take this into a bright map. I don't have high hopes for it when it's Pack-a-Punch, though. I feel like once we Pack-a-Punch this bad boy, it's not gonna retain any of it, but we'll see. Let me go ahead and grind these pumpkin boys until they drop us a chalice. Aha, there we go. There's a chalice. Come on, put the Pack-a-Punch on. And yep, just like we expected, you can't tell when this is Pack-a-Punch, or you can't tell that you got the blueprint on once it's Pack-a-Punch. It just looks like a Pack-a-Punch Swiss. So if you were going to use these weapons in zombies, honestly, you should probably knife the Pack-a-Punch machine before you pack these weapons, because these weapons look amazing. They just only look amazing without camos on them. So I would recommend not putting any camos, at least Pack-a-Punch camos. We're going to see if they look good with any of the masteries in just a moment. Wait, are his ears sticking through the roof? Okay, I got in this car to drive to a dirt bike to show off the skin. But as you can see, when you are driving in vehicles with this skin, the ear... This is the only skin that I know of that does this. There might be other ones in the game, but this is the only skin that I've got in a vehicle, and I've just had my ears poking out of the top of it. That is hilarious. So that's cool. You can just casually see some ears as you're driving with it. But enough of that. Let's go ahead, get on our dirt bike so we can view a third-person view of what this skin looks like. And it's definitely different. It is definitely a different style skin. If we're gonna rank it honestly, to be honest, to me, the Disciple skin's better, and the new Skull skin that you get for pre-ordering Vanguard is just better than this. Like, it really is. You gotta pay $20 for this bundle, or you could pre-order Vanguard for like 60 bucks, and then also get everything in the Skull bundle, and that, to me, is just a cooler operator. I mean, but that's also coming from a perspective of, I never watched this movie, so it has no value to me in terms of, you know, relating to the movie. Maybe if you watch this movie, it's got a little bit more value, but in terms of someone who's just, you know, looking at the coolness of a skin, This one isn't as cool as the skull operator that you get for pre-ordering Vanguard. But with that, let's go ahead and load this into a Nuketown game. And here we are on not Nuketown. I can't wait for Nuketown to come back. The skybox on Nuketown is absolutely amazing for testing camo. So here is the default C58, and that is just beautiful. I really like these blueprints. Moving over to this one, that OTS-9 with the purple in there. Very, very cool. All right, now taking a look at the Swiss, and yeah, that is a beautiful looking Swiss. Probably one of the best coverages in the entire game for the Swiss. Look at that. The entire thing's got this blueprint camo on it. And then after that, here we've got a combination of the C58 with one of the normal camos, and I'll kind of explain, but I love the way this looks, and you're able to do some really cool things with these blueprints. All right, so once again, I went ahead and I started testing out every single mastery camo, but as you can see here, gold, diamond, DM Ultra, and then we go to zombies, they all look exactly the same as the default variant. These are just like one of the other bundles we've got recently, where the normal camos actually look better here. So we go ahead and we put, I think the red ones look really good on this. If we go here and put this red one, you can still see the whole blue with the bunny and everything there, but you can actually see the other camo underneath it. This only works with the non-mastery camos. Cherry Blossom, okay, that looks pretty sick. So with these variants, honestly, you might be better off just wanting one of the default camos on it, and that way when you pack a punch it, it's not even gonna get rid of it. Same thing works for the rest of them. If we go over to the OTS-9, as you can see, gold, you get to see a little bit on the handle here, but they're super boring with the mastery camos. All these super boring, but same thing with this one. You can apply right here. That one looks really cool. A lot of these look really cool with them. The Swiss, same thing applies. The Swiss is actually pretty unique with it too. So we go to camos, gold, you do get to see like that little bit up there, but once again, not something you'd really want to run. It's pretty boring, pretty basic. This one I thought looked really good with this red one. Oh, maybe it wasn't that, but yeah, the Swiss, maybe this blue one right here. Look at that. You still get all of that purple, all that there, and you can put a background texture with it. So that's my recommendation for these. Find a really cool normal camo, not a mastery camo, and that's definitely going to be the best way to run this. Get a little bit of both worlds with that. And okay, with that being said, let's go ahead, test out the finisher. So here's the finisher while standing up. Okay, yeah, that's pretty intense. The guy just goes to punch me, and then immediately... let's go ahead now. Let's test it what it looks like when it's laying down. Huh. Aww. The standing up one is definitely the better of the two. I'm not gonna lie. The laying down one's cool, but you summon in a giant plane motor. Look at this. Goes to knife me. And go. Yeah, so out of the two, definitely standing up. Usually the laying down one's cooler, but the laying down one, he just shoots you in the face and it kind of bounces off with that. But yeah, that was that. Got to give a thanks to Phil for helping me out record that. Huge thanks, man. And now let's go ahead and check out the bundle in Warzone. Honestly, this looks so much more vibrant in the menu of Warzone. That white stands out a lot more here. But check it out. Yep, gold. Yeah, pretty much. You can kind of see the writing underneath, but in game, you're not going to be able to tell. Oh god, yeah, definitely not with the Dark Aether. The Dark Aether is the only one you can see, and it cuts off half the face there. What about normal camos? Yeah, once again in Warzone, my recommendation is probably just gonna be to use normal camos on it, because that actually looks kind of sick right there with that one. Then moving on to the OTS-9, let's check. Nope. Zombies, nope, and no. You know what? It doesn't look that bad. But yeah, we're not gonna run it with that. I'm just gonna keep it the normal one. We'll load in game and see what it looks like in the menu. Here we go with the C58. Let's check out the, oh nope, we just did the C58. Let's go ahead, check out the Swiss. Let's see what the camos look like on this gold. Nope. Yeah, no, wouldn't run that. No, yeah. The DM Ultra kinda, but it's like it's weird. If it cuts off half the face, it's weird. But once again, that actually, yeah, using the other camos on this actually looks super sick, and that's pretty much gonna be my recommendation for Cold War or Warzone. Run it with the normal camos on it, because you can make some super cool combinations here and really get a different standing out weapon than what a lot of people are going to use. Because I guarantee you, a lot of people who buy this bundle, they're not going to use a lot of these different combinations, and that right there actually looks kind of sick. I think we might test it out like looking like that in game. Okay, but let's go ahead, let's look at the operator in the Warzone menu, and what the... That looks a lot different in the Warzone menu. Like a lot different. The hair physics, everything about it looks a little bit different. Oh no. I don't know how we're going to test these out in game. All right, here we go. So spawn in, splat to our desk. They actually took out all of the modes that allow you to spawn in with the loadout. So we've got to hurry in the early game menu, test out how these weapons look here. So as we load in, okay, don't shoot me. We've got limited time, 37 seconds. So this right here is the C58. And yeah, this is actually so much more vibrant over here in Warzone. I like the way this looks so much better here. Same thing, OTS 9. These colors just pop a lot more over in the Warzone. All right, now let's take a quick look at the Swiss real quick over in the Warzone menu. And once again, this is just so much more vibrant over here. Even the hands look different in the Warzone menu. The hair looks almost more realistic, I would say. A little bit more fuzzy. I don't know how to describe that, but the hands definitely look different over here in Warzone compared to how they looked in Cold War. So yeah, that right there is pretty much the entirety overview of this bundle. The operator skin itself is cool. I just don't think it's good as stuff we've seen in the past. And the weapon skins look cool, just not with mastery camos. I'd recommend running the normal camos on it. So yeah, definitely let me know how you feel about this bundle. Do you think you're going to get it yourself? Do you find it worth it yourself? And with that, I'm going to go ahead and end this one here. Thank you for watching all the way to the end, and I will see you guys next time. I want to take the last moment here to thank everyone who became a Twitch sub or a YouTube member, and extra special thanks to those who've taken above and beyond and became an Unlock Plus member on YouTube. We've got Hunter Don Doe, we've got the most OP Gobblegum ever, Round Robin, and then we've got the true homie, Ryan the Slayer.